Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Steam Prison! Are you having a grand old time? I'm having a grand old time. This is pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie. We're having fun here. We met Elk Creed in the last part. Still reeling over that. Look, I read the description about him. But I still was not, I guess I just didn't register to me that he was like the glasses slut, and I love it. I love it. Oh my god, his intro to us was fucking amazing. Like, it's free to look. Oh, yes, honey, I'm gonna look as much as I can, because you fine as fuck. He's my favorite. Glasses character is always my favorite. I mean, it's pretty rare when the glasses character doesn't automatically, like, attract me and make me think they're the most beautiful character in the whole game. But he really is. Sashin's actually pretty hot too, but he is such a fucking douchehole that I hate him. But at least he's pretty to look at when he's being a douchehole, but... Anyway, so, we also found out Rylith is kind of a prostitute. Brothel girl? I don't know. Whatever you want to call her. Just because that's the only job that she could find, and that's kind of sad, but, you know. It's cool. Girls gotta do what girls gotta do. She gotta make money somehow, and... I mean, you know, so... We bashed the face in of one of her customers. Well, we smacked him with the stick, so... Hopefully he'll forget. He'll be drunk. So... She'll be like, what? I don't remember that. Weird. Anyway. Morning arrived. After breakfast was done, I decided it was time to go looking for work. Rylith told me that it's hard to find a job as a woman. Nevertheless, I had to search until I found one. I didn't want to sell myself. I remembered her words from the night before. I have to use what I have and eke out a living. What do I have? I'm good with a sword. Maybe there was a job that required me to use a sword. I mean, even if there was, I would just assume that Sasha would be like, fuck no! You don't give this bitch a weapon! That would be dangerous for him. Because I would cut his fucking dick off. Yep, actually would be fun. Yeah, let's find a sword. As I made preparations to leave, I heard small footsteps approaching. Miss, where are you going? Can I come with you? You want to come? I'm not going out there to have fun. I saw his wide-eyed curiosity and found it hard to say no. Rylith patted Merlot on the head. I think she's going to be busy. Do you want to spend some time with me today? Merlot looked between me and her and smiled. Okay, bye, miss. Yep, see you later. Good kid. Well, first of all, his mom's like, she's going to be busy. You should stay here. That was like, you want to stay here with me instead? That was like an underlying mom. It was like a question, but it wasn't. It was like, why don't you stay here with me instead, sweetie? He's like, okay. Good kid. He listened to his mom. But also, given the choice to hang out with the new lady or the mom he doesn't see a lot, he chose to stay with his mom. Such a good boy. Nothing better happened to Merlot. Okay? He better grow up to be a full tall bottle of Merlot. Nobody better cut him short. If something happens to this fucking kid, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. He's a good boy. We don't hurt him. Don't you dare, game. Could you just fucking imagine? Fucking Sashin kills them. You son of... You can kill my parents, okay? Because, like, whatever. I don't have as much of an attachment to Misty and Keith as I did to Rylith and fucking Merlot. Fucking Merlot. Again, who names these people? Jesus. I'm glad Rylith did that. Thinking about how I wanted to become as considerate as she was, I looked up at the sky. It was gray as always, hiding my old home from view with ashen clouds. One day, I'll go back. Standing and staring wasn't going to get me there. I had to look forward, not up. The past couldn't help me. I had to live if I wanted a future. Sorry, we've got enough people. Good luck elsewhere. I see, thanks. How many did I try already? I'd gone to the market searching for work, but hadn't found anything so far. I'm glad when they just hear me out. I lost count of how many rejections I'd had, and that wasn't even counting the ones who'd shooed me off immediately. I didn't have to do this in the Heights. The two areas were radically different. I knew that comparing them all the time was counterproductive, but my mind kept on doing it. If you wanted to be a police officer or any kind of public job, you had to go to the temple first. Temple posted application deadlines and examination dates, and if you passed those and the interviews went well, you had the job. Not everyone who wanted a job ended up with it, of course, but if you aimed within your limits, you rarely failed. Never heard of anyone being unable to find a job whatsoever. It was an alien idea to me. The children studied, the adults worked. That's what I was taught. I was reminded once more of the blessing my upbringing had been. And I mean, like, in normal society, there's rich people, there's poor people, there's people with jobs, there's people who don't have jobs, there's people who have easy time finding jobs, there's people who have hard time finding jobs. So it's like everything is mixed. But like, it's like the Heights is like, that's the rich people, everything is perfect, everybody has a job, nothing bad happened. This is where everything bad happened. And it's like, it's just such a line that's like so split. Because like anywhere you go, yeah, you're gonna have areas that are rich and poor and whatever. So like, yes, the Heights and the Depths are like two areas, but they're so vastly separated in this. So it's like almost calling out the discrepancies, like in the world at large, like everything that's happening in the Heights and in the Depths exists in the world that we live in. But it's all together. You know what I mean? Yes, there's going to be those rich people that know absolutely nothing about being poor, or struggling, or anything. But like, but I guess even in their world, it's like, what? People have a hard time finding a job? Like, my dad just gave me one. Like, whatever. I don't even actually do it. He just pays me. You know what I mean? But like, when you're in the middle, you're like, yeah, no, I mean, even having a degree and being like, it's still like, if you lost your job, it might still be hard to find a job. Not everyone is going to find a job in the field that they want, in a place that they want. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just so funny that she lives in this world where like, what? You just go and you get a job. That's it. Everybody has a job and everything is perfect. Like, maybe you want to be a police officer, but you're not cut out for it, so you have to do something else. So you're slightly disappointed, but you have a job and you're making a living, and then you get married because the government forces you to, and then like, but like at the same time, everything's decided for you in a way. Like, oh, your marriage is decided for you. The fuck? You're kind of living in a prison in one way, shape, or form here, and it's a little weird. It's like, I don't know. I'm hungry. I've been walking for hours. I didn't feel particularly exhausted, but the emptiness in my stomach was starting to hurt. Hunger and thirst were a problem. They made me slower mentally and physically as well. I want to head back, but it feels so futile to do so without results. My opinions were narrowing. I scoured the entire area. Suppose I'll just have to look further afield. In the distance I could see a queue of people lined up. What are they doing? I was still on my quest for a job, but my curiosity got the better of me. I should take a look. A long line had formed in front of a hounds building. It wasn't the large headquarters I had visited as a police officer, but a smaller outpost. The people had formed an orderly queue in front of it. I wonder what they're waiting for. I approached and looked past the throng of people. Are those rations? One by one, the people received goods. I saw canned food, bread, that kind of thing. I see, they're not just watching them, I guess. I wonder if I have the right to a ration, too. There were people of all ages and genders in the queue. Their clothes were shabby. I strongly suspected they were residents of the sanctuary district. I mean, obviously they live here. I should queue up as... You! Don't interrupt the queue, asshole! One of the hounds dragged a man out of the queue. He'd done absolutely nothing. What? I'm giving you an order. To the back of the queue, now. But I didn't. I've been queuing up since dawn. Like I care. Queue up if you want your food. The man stumbled to the end of the line. The others gave him looks of pity, but none of them attempted to help him. They were afraid the same fate would befall them. It's horrible. I couldn't bear to see the behavior of the hounds or the misery of their subjects. Even if I'll suffer, I don't want the hounds to carry me through this. I decided to leave, carried by the pride I couldn't shake. That's probably exactly what... So, like, you get... Because they said, we have to feed you. So, like... They hand out rations, but there's probably food... And they're like... But she buys food. So she's probably too proud to go to the, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna, those assholes. Especially for that, like, the guy's just standing there and like, you're wobbling. Well, he's starving to death. I was beginning to feel dizzy. I chalked it up to my painfully empty stomach. I ate well this morning. Why am I already in such bad shape? Scolding myself was pointless, though. I wanted something, anything in my mouth. That is not a statement you should be saying anywhere near. Just don't say it. Just don't say it at all. Even through the cloudy sky, the sun seemed excessively bright. The voices around me were painfully loud. This is bad. I'm getting confused. I went into a side street, hoping to catch my breath. The stink was revolting, but it was much quieter than it was on the main street. I leaned against a wall and breathed deeply. I wish I could find some food somewhere. One should not eat food lying around, but even that was beginning to sound attractive. Trash pizza. If there had been food on the ground in front of me then, I would have been tempted to eat it. I'd rather not do that. Water. I strained my ears. It was faint, but I could hear the sound of flowing water. As soon as I realized that, my thirst took immediate control of me. Oh god, I hope it's not somebody, like, pouring out a bedpan in, like, a third-story window. Something to drink would be fine for the time being. I just needed one gulp. Something to drink. Anything in my mouth. Anything in my stomach. My urge to drink grew irresistibly. Ah, there it is. The steam followed the walls of the buildings, of the stream. It was too shallow to even scoop up by hand. I had to bring it to my mouth some other way. The water was visibly murky. I hesitated to touch it. But times were too desperate to be picky. I had to do something. I have to change myself if I want to survive. I steeled myself and went down on my knees. My mind rejected my body's desire for this water. I didn't want to touch it, much less drink it. I mean, yeah. No, I have to drink it. Please don't. It's like sewage water. Wasn't I starving? Didn't I want to fill my empty stomach? Don't worry, nobody's watching. You just have to take one gulp and that's it. Dear God, don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't fucking do it. I slowly leaned forwards and brought my mouth closer to the dirty stream. Don't drink that. You'll wreck your stomach. Yep, Ulrich. I looked up and saw a boyish-looking man standing right in front of me. It startled me so much that I fell backwards, sitting down hard. Don't be so jumpy. He sighed and stood up. Yeah, he's the angsty one. Are you stupid? If you drink that, you'll definitely get sick. He retrieved a small water skin from his bag and offered it to me. Is that... It had been made from the stomach of some animal I couldn't identify. The skin was small enough to fit comfortably into someone's hand, and the opening was closed tight. Water. You're thirsty, right? You can have mine. Yours... Okay, here's the thing. Thank you gives you points for Ulrich, but I'm just concerned. I don't want to get points with him right now. Though thank you would be the right thing to say. I don't want to get points with him. I'm not going to get negative points with him, so I can't take that as negative points, so I'm going to go, that's a bit suspicious. So we don't get any points. That's a bit suspicious. I know. I'd react the same if I were you. Probably be even more careful. But considering the situation you're in, can you really afford not to drink it? But consider, sorry. You could drink my water, which is safe, or you could stick your head into the mud and drink that filth. I'd pick the former. You agree, right? So stop being dramatic and drink. The man threw me the water skin. It was surprisingly heavy, and I had to take a step back to steady myself. Thanks. Huh. You're thanking me? I always say thanks when someone offers kindness. My mother raised me that way. Your mother, huh? Should I drink this, I wonder? I was still hesitant, but my body seemed to move independently, desperate from thirst. It was only after I opened the lid that another thought occurred to me. Who are you? Why are you helping me? My name's Ulrich. The water skin's an investment, that's all. An investment? Yes. You don't know me, but I know you quite well. Ulrich gave me a cunning smile. I like this sprite of him, like the shady bastard look. It's great. his voice taking on a sing-song timbre. Your name's Spacey Tistella. You were born in the Heights. You used to be a rank 1 police officer, and you were sent here once on an observation mission, right? Ulrich, Ferry. Why do you know that? He's like the only one with the last name. Why, when you were here on your observation, you clashed with the hounds, didn't you? Drew a sword. Fighting with the sword is way behind the times, you know. It's hard to even call those dumb sticks an anachronism anymore. Guns are where it's at these days. If you learn to shoot, even women can deal solid damage. Who is this guy? He's the one who fired that shot. I drank his water as I listened. I couldn't ignore his jabs, though. Apologies for being behind the times. Huh. Did I badmouth your swords? Don't assume my meaning. Okay, I actually like Ulrich a little bit, too. Anyway, my client is interested in you and like to hire you. You're looking for work, right? This should be perfect. My answer is no. What? Why? Actually, why won't you even hear me out? No way. This is super suspicious. Besides, how do you know that I'm looking for work? Huh. It happened in an instant. I looked away for the briefest moment and Ulrich vanished. What just happened? I looked all around me, even at the rooftops. He was completely gone. I couldn't even hear footsteps. Did I dream that? Had I fallen asleep in broad daylight? Feeling nervous, I looked down. I was still holding the rather heavy water skin. It must have happened if I still have this. That led me back to my original question. Where had he disappeared to? It was as if the earth had swallowed him. Ulrich, huh? What a strange guy. I was just grateful that my thirst had been quenched. I was irritated by Ulrich's sudden exit, though. I tied the water skin to my hip, unable to thank its owner for the loan. Interesting, he just disappeared. But so that's the thing. If we add bodyguard route, leads us down Elk Creek. So I wonder if Ulrich works for Elk Creek. You know what I mean? Prisoner route. If we take the job, we end up as a bodyguard probably for Elk Creek. That's how we get toward Elk Creek and Ulrich. If we turn it down, we stay a prisoner, and that's how we get down Inez and Adage. So, but we have to do the Elk Creek and Ulrich first. Technically, it doesn't matter who we do first, but again, the guide said Elk Creek, so that's where we're going. Which is unfortunate, because you know I don't like doing my favorite first, but here we go. It's gotten dark. I tried for a while longer to find work, but without any success. When I'd set out, I'd been willing to do anything I was able to do, but nobody I approached seemed to need anyone. I'm losing faith. I knew that feeling so disheartened when it was only the end of my first day was silly, but every rejection hurt. I'm tired, but I need to keep going. I decided to try 3 more people. I pushed my negativity away for the time being. Help! Someone! What was that? I turned and saw a woman cowering on the ground. A man was fleeing the scene at top speed. A purse snatcher! My police officer instincts awakened and I ran after him immediately. Weaving through the crowd, I kept all my focus on my quarry. He didn't even veer off the main road as I chased him, which meant fewer obstacles for us to avoid. Is he hoping to simply outpace me? I was confident I could track him. He wasn't getting away. Slowly but steadily, I drew close enough to strike. From a low crouch, I launched myself at him. Ah! Just when he turned around, I slammed into his back. Ugh! We rolled over the ground. Good! Now I have to pin him. Before the man could stand up again, I put my knee on his back. Go away! Leave me the fuck alone! I took the pouch he had stolen from his hand. Anything else you stole? Nothing, that's all! All right. I led the man over to the woman. You got it right? What do you want? I can't tell if that's everything you took. Over there! Yes, that's everything. Thank you for bringing it back to me. See? She's got it back, you dumb broad. Thieves don't get to talk back. I untied his hands as he glared at me. Slap him across the face. Shit! I'll remember this. I heard that a lot as a police officer and ignored him. Good grief, it's probably that same dude that she capped. She's like, you look familiar. You're okay, right? Are you hurt? I'm fine. Thank you so much. The woman gripped her pouch with both hands. It must be important to you. Yes, my son made this for me before he died. I have to thank you. It's fine. Always faithful. We serve the... Whoops. I'm no longer a police officer. I stopped myself. The woman pressed some coins into my hand. What's this? Money. It's not much, but I want to say thank you. Saying her goodbyes, the woman left. The excitement had worn off of the crowds around me as well. Odd. This is the money they use in the depths, huh? I looked at the coins in my palm. They were made of a metal I couldn't immediately identify. The face of a woman in profile was engraved on one side, and numbers on the other. What surprised me most was that money was used in the depths at all. Perhaps it was obvious, but I'd been brought up thinking that the depths were too barbaric and simple for a currency-based economy, so it was something of a shock. I have no idea how much this is worth, though. I decided to give the coins to Rylith. With any luck, they were enough to help with daily necessities. I didn't find a job, but I earned some money. It's a better start than it could have been. Alright, time to go back. Night had fallen by the time I made it back to the street they lived on. I heard Merlot and Rylith aren't worried. I remembered my small windfall of money and smiled, knowing it would cheer them up too. I didn't know how much the coins were worth, but even if it wasn't much, it would probably still be a bit of a help. I hope they'll accept them. I'm back! Rylith! Merlot? I opened the door with enthusiasm. Hi, you're late. Hounds! There were 3 hounds in the room. No, 2 more behind me. I'm surrounded. I looked around. Where are they? Don't worry, they're safe for now. If you don't want to see them killed, do as we say. Oh my god, I thought for sure when we walk, I hope they're gonna be happy to see him. Like, they're dead. They're fucking dead. One of the men behind me gave a hard push. What do you want? Don't tell me you forgot. You dared to hit me last night. Last night? What? Oh, what? Oh god, wow, I can't read. What? That was you who attacked Rylith? Be careful what you say. Unbelievable. How could someone attached to the temple attack the people? The people? That's funny. These lowlifes in the sanctuary district aren't part of the people. They're criminals, scum of the earth. We decided what we'd do with them. Goes for you, too. I mean, he had a sword, so you had to kind of know. So you're like, oh my god. I mean, she's willingly doing it, but it's still like, you'd have taken it anyway. You're the one who ought to be punished. How dare you lay a hand on the weak, you pitiful man. You stupid bitch. Hey, that's enough. I want her to be able to walk to HQ. I'm not carrying her. Fine. Carry me? You're gonna be punished for attacking the hounds. Don't resist. It's pointless. Like I'd ever go with you willingly. If you don't, we'll kill the woman and the kid. All right. But swear to me you won't harm them. Sure, whatever. We won't harm them for now. Let's go. Why the fuck do we need so many men to catch a woman? Because she's violent. You should know that better than anyone, right? Sure, but it's such a pain in the ass. I like how it's just like hounds, and it doesn't say like hound 1, hound 2. It doesn't even... It's you know what? It's like, who gives a fuck? The game's like me where you're doing names and you're like, was that guard 1 and 2 and that was guard 6? And I don't fucking know. They all have the same damn voice, and it's just a bunch of random voices, and that like guard 1 always has 6 different fucking voices. It's basically hounds. They're like, shh, nobody cares. Sure, but it's such a pain in the ass. She's kind of hot if you ask me, though, and young. She looks like a lot more fun than the women at the bar. Hey, how about it? Want to be my woman? I'll make it so all this is forgotten. You'll love it. Your woman? Even if I wasn't exactly sure what he was offering, I knew I didn't want to be anyone's possession. I refuse. I didn't understand his proposition, but I knew he was the one who'd hit Rylith. Only a dim-witted coward would strike a mother. What did you say? Enraged, he gave me a hard shove. It wasn't a particularly strong jolt, But my stomach was empty, and so I stumbled. Wow, money. Some nice stuff you got. Give it back! No, I found it. Now it's mine. Spend it well. The commander said we're supposed to bring you back alive. He didn't say unhurt. How about I get what you stopped me getting yesterday? What? Well, this is where he gets rapey. I tried to stand up, but a different man held me down by my feet. Okay, this is going to get bad. I thought Sashin was going to be the one that was going to do inappropriate shit, because he's an asshole, but no matter how I struggled, I couldn't free myself. Then the shadow of the man fell over me. The way you struggle. Are you a virgin? That's perfect. That's enough. The hell are you? How do they not know Inez? How do they not fucking know Inez? Oh, you know what it is? They might not have recognized this. They might not have, they would have been like, stop it! What the fuck do you have to say? Oh, sorry. Inez Heinrich Hein, your superior. Vice Commander! Wait! I'll listen to it later. Untire and step away. But the commander told us to bring her... Sash did. Alright. But that doesn't explain why you pinned her down. Stop the aimless violence. She's a criminal. What does it matter? Don't abuse a defenseless woman. They'll laugh at us behind our backs and say we can't go for anyone but the weak. Sir Inez turned his gaze to me and told me to stand up. My joints creaked and I had to steady myself against the wall. You're not lying when you say that Sash told you to bring her? No, he told us to bring her in for a medical and put her in isolation cell 3. Alright, I'll bring her in. Any objections? There was silence. Sir Inez looked at the hounds and nodded. Go back to your posts. Away with you. Hey, he stole my money! The others dispersed immediately. In less than a minute, we were alone. Thank you for rescuing me, Sir Inez. Don't get the wrong idea. I'll escort you to your cell. I have no idea why it's even coming to this. Well, you see... Stop. I don't want to know. I'll obey Sasha's command and bring you in. That's all I need to know. You're going to obey his command. You know he's probably going to get, like, really? You don't think that there's, like, a personal grudge? He's like, probably, but... I see. Still, let me thank you. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come. Oh, I think you can guess. I wonder what the men wanted to do with me. Oh, girl. Oh, girl, did your mom not tell you shit? You're like 19 years old. You should know this. I truly didn't know, but I did know it was nothing good. Oh, God. Thank you. You're an odd one. You're being taken to a cell. You know that, right? Shrugging off his confusion, Sir Inez took out a rope used to restrain prisoners. The rules say that if I bring you into my own, I have to tie your hands, alright? Huh. We're both odd ones, Sir Inez. There's no need to ask me if you have to do it anyway. I put my arms behind my back to make it easier for him to tie them. There is truth to that. His movements were a little clumsy. I could feel the rope chafing at my skin. It was an unfamiliar pressure. Okay, he's kind of nice at least. Bland. But, like, nice. Knight, he's like the noble knight, I guess, but let's go and just walk straight. Roger that. When I was still a police officer, I was the one restraining people. I felt a wave of dismay and let Sir Inez direct my walking. We were going straight towards the headquarters of the hounds, the place the people in the sanctuary district feared most. Glissade. It was Glissade or Glissade? 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 Is that what we're calling him? Glinda? Whatever. Glissade. Oh, Sir Inez. And that's... Good evening. Hello. Why was I called in so late? And never mind. I know I am here. Glissade stood up. Glissade? Glissade? What were we calling him? Glissade? Glissade is better, right? Is it a Glissade? Glissade? I forget. I don't know. His name's going to be different every single time. Anyway. Jillian stood up and read through some papers on his desk. It says here that Sashin ordered a medical. I didn't expect you to bring her in, though. Merely a coincidence. Pay it no heed. Glissade gestured towards a chair and I sat down. Hey, there are scratches on your cheek. What happened? There was some shoving. I see. Still as enthusiastic as ever. Glissade coated a gauze with some kind of disinfectant and pressed it to my cheek. I winced. Glissade? Glissade? I don't know. Every single time he shows up, we'll say a different name, so whatever. You won't last if that kind of pain is enough for you, right? Perhaps, yes. What do you mean, Sir Inez? Oh, I don't know what Sasha's planning, but usually when someone is put in solitary confinement, they're to be punished. I'd assume the same goes for you. Punished? But why? You don't know why? I protected a woman from a violent member of the Hounds yesterday. At the time, that it seemed like the correct course of action. I'm like, I didn't know he was a member of the Hounds. He was just attacking her. If only it made it harder for Rylith and I... Oh. It only made it harder for Rylith, and I was captured as well. Are you saying I shouldn't have protected her? Should I have just ignored her? I understand how you feel, but rules are rules. And what you learned is right and just in the Heights doesn't apply here. What you learned is right and just in the Heights doesn't apply here. Okay. The Hounds set the rules here. If you resist, you're punished. That's all there is. But... Now, here, drink this. It'll calm you down. Glissade gave me some water and a pain smile. Glissade? Every single time his name comes up, I don't remember what we called him. You're like, just whatever. Thank you. I drank all of it. It didn't calm me down. Do you want to live a long life, or do you want to die young? Glissade? Glissade? I can rephrase that. Do you want to die peacefully, or in horrible pain? The rule of the Hounds is an absolute here in the Sanctuary District. Obey the powers that be and don't dwell on it too much. You'll find that life isn't all that harsh. Perhaps, but it's too hard to accept that. This may not be the Heights, but the Hounds are still a part of the temple. They're supposed to serve the people. I can't accept their unjust and arbitrary violence. I'm incredulous that you can say that while I'm listening. I'm the Vice Commander. Oh. Let's ignore what you want for now. I don't want you to die, alright? I hate autopsies on young people. She's a little malnourished, but that's all. She passes. Alright, come on. He thumped my shoulder and I stood up. Thank you, Glissade. Take care. I pray that you make it out of solitary confinement alive. Hopefully Sasha won't go overboard. Oh god, yes he will. Oh god, this is going to be awful. Oh god, it's going to be awful. I didn't know how long it had been since I'd entered solitary confinement. I couldn't tell that it hadn't been multiple days yet, based on my general health level, but that was all. I could tell that it hadn't been okay, so that's one. The cell was probably underground. There were no windows. Inside my cell there was a simple wooden bed. Outside was a hallway. There was no clock or anything else that made a sound. When I held my breath, it was as if I wasn't there either. All I had to gauge the passage of time were the footsteps I heard several times a day. The time isn't all I've lost track of. I didn't know what Rylith and Merlot were doing either. I tried asking the people who came to me, but they never gave me an answer. I wonder if they're all right. Solitary confinement, you're just... like... do-do-do-do-do, going crazy by yourself. I thought Sasha was going to literally come in and beat the fuck out of us, and I'm expecting him to do this. When we're broken down and mentally insane from being locked in here for like a day, but we're like, is my leg awake? And he's like, it's been 2 hours, Jesus. Hey there, you doing good in there? Oh, that's just cold. Huh, you're not eating? You drank some of the water, but is this a hunger strike? Don't be stupid. The man from the Hounds leaned down and switched the food I hadn't touched with new food. You didn't even take the medicine. That's just idiotic. Medicine? Merlot once gave me that too. Merlot had told me that if the people in the Sanctuary District didn't take that medicine, they felt bad. Why do they feel bad? Why does the medicine make it better? I didn't know. It was very odd. I can't take something I don't know. I wish we'd do a better job of telling you. If you're born in the Heights, your body isn't used to the air in the depths. And we distribute medicine to keep you from getting sick. Oh, because you're so up high in the air and there's less oxygen. There's too much oxygen down here. We're doing this for your sakes, you know. You should be thankful, criminal. The man threw me a little bottle with pills. It rolled off my body and onto the floor. Bye then. If you want to die, that's fine with me. But try not to pick my shift. Then he left. I kicked the little bottle across the room. The man had said that my body wasn't used to the air and needed the medicine to avoid getting sick. It's true that I haven't felt very good down here. I've been feeling exhausted, sleepy, unfocused, and my joints had ached. Too much oxygen. I wonder what I should be doing. I didn't want to die. I wanted to survive and return to the heights. Still, my desire not to bow to the hounds was too strong. Like hell I'm gonna let them help me. Unable to make up my mind, I touched my pendant and stared at the floor. I can hear footsteps. They were heavy, dragging slightly over the floor. It's not one of the guards, oh god. That said, I had no energy for anything. I didn't move. I didn't even open my eyes. I was totally disinterested in who was coming. You shouldn't be! What an ugly sight you make, little girl. That voice. You knew he was gonna wait until, like, all the fight was out of us. Oh god. Sashin. At least make yourself beautiful if I'm visiting you. What are you talking about? I'm the supreme authority here in the Sanctuary District, and I'm dating you with my presence. You should show some gratitude. What's so funny? Not being able to tell when someone hates you must be a nice way to live. My thoughts were slow and clumsy, and I couldn't bring myself to care much about anything anymore. I'm really concerned. Look, I'm sure it'll be kind of like Inez showing up with the creepy guy, but I wouldn't put it past him to get, like, rapey with us, and that would just be terrifying. I don't put it past him. He's probably going to beat the fuck out of us and then eventually go for that bird. Why in the world would you come over here and poop on my couch? What the fuck? That's rude. That's rude. Do you know better? It's like really fucking dark outside. Like, holy shit, the clouds are coming. Anyway, my thoughts were... Oh, I already read that. I can't even speak properly. I'm really concerned about what he's going to do to us. Still, I wanted to tell him something, so I stirred what little energy I had left, sat up, and glared at him. It's all well and good when you've got the power. No matter how many you hurt, everyone will grovel at your feet. But you don't inspire a single one of them. You're nothing but a tyrant with nothing to back you except fear and coercion. And someday, when your power is withered, you'll face a reckoning, Sir Sashin Brandenburg. My power will wither? A reckoning? You certainly have a way with words, but it would do you good to take a look at reality. Yeah! Sashin grabbed me by the collar and lifted me up. His eyes were cold and hard, piercing me like icicles. Who's gonna rebel against me? Nobody can. Nobody! I killed all who rebelled. I killed everyone I didn't like. Are you gonna kill me too? No, he wants to play with you, little mousy. Sure, but not for now. I want to taste your despair first. Oh my god, he's fucking Monokuma. Despair? Yes, little girl. You still don't feel enough to spare. Do you think I'd grant you a painless death? I don't like that look you're giving me. The hand on my collar disappeared. Instead, his hand closed around my throat without mercy. Can't breathe. I tried to fight him off, but I was far too weak. How's that? Does that hurt? Can you feel the embrace of death? But not yet. Sashin had lifted me off the ground by my throat. Now he threw me against the wall. Did that hurt? Now breathe while you can. I'll take you to the brink of death and haul you back from the edge over and over. After a while, you'll lose any grasp on sanity you have left. I don't think that's all he's gonna do. Look, you are a nice evil overlord if all you're gonna do is half murder me and bring me back and half murder me and just physically torture me instead of, like, sexually assault me. Because I'm just saying, that would seriously break her goddamn brain. I think she can handle the physical abuse. Because that'll just make her angry. But I don't know if, like, a sexual assault, that's going to be too much. Like, she's a police officer. She's tough. I think she could, but she didn't even know. I don't know what they were going to do. Oh, God, your mom didn't even teach you about this. Your wedding night was going to be a disaster. You were going to be like, what is that? Oh, nobody told you. That would be even harder to deal with, I think. I'm saying. I look forward to seeing the empty shell you become. I wouldn't put it past him. Got enough air? On to the next phase, then. Oh, here you are, Sash. Inez, what is it? The new guy's here. You'll want to interview him. Sashin kept his eyes on me as he listened to Sir Inez. Women like you don't deserve to be killed quickly. You need to be cornered like prey and ripped apart by hounds. Yeah, he has got some, mom hate. He's got mommy issues. Because he gets turned down a lot by women, I guess. Which is just unbelievable, because he is hot. I'm not gonna lie. It's because he's a douchebag. You'd see him at the bar and you'd be like, yeah, he's hot. And then you'd be like, what the fuck, bitch? And you'd be like, you know what? I'm out. Nope. Because he's a tool. He's a fucking tool. Sexy, sexy tool. Oh, God. Look. If someone is gonna, assault me in one of these games and he's gonna, almost murder me, at least he could be pretty. That's all I'm saying. Just makes it less atrocious, I guess, for me, which is sad. Not in real life, obviously. It wouldn't fucking matter. That would all just be horrible. Any kind of, someone physically trying to hurt you would be, I don't give a fuck who they are. That's awful. But in the game, at least, oh no, creepy, no, at least he's hot. So that's so fucking terrible. He's gone, and you shouldn't provoke him. I offered no reply. Sir Inez sighed and looked around my cell. You didn't touch the food. You're so thin. Aren't you eating? He picked up the bowl of oatmeal and approached me, leaning down. He forced my mouth open with one hand, force-feeding me spoonfuls of food with the other. Stop! If you promise you'll start eating for yourself, I'll stop. If you won't eat, I'll make you eat. He's kind of angry, but princely. Okay, alright, I kind of dig him. He could be better, though. He could be prettier. But okay with the, quiet, princely kind. He's gonna actually be literally our white knight. That's what he is. Anyway. He shoved another mouthful in. I began to choke. Sir Inez looked down at me and sighed. What are you hoping to accomplish with this hunger strike? And what's this stubborn little rebellion going to achieve? Dying here is pointless. Why? You're with the hounds. The others said the hounds wouldn't help me. So why aren't you the same as them? I'm doing my job as a member of the hounds. I'm not doing this for you. Nobody told me to kill you, so I'm not going to let you die here. You're you're so nice and sweet. He's I'm not going to let you die. I'm not a total dick. Whatever, just fucking eat, dumbass. And you're okay, you're not. Alright, well, whatever. Sure, I guess. We all go to the grave eventually, so we should live as long as we can. Refusing to die is also a kind of rebellion. A kind of rebellion. I wonder if Sir Inez realized that I was refusing to eat as a way to show resistance. He probably does. He was also trying to give me advice. No idea why he's doing this. I knew that I had to change my approach, my way of thinking. I'd lost my parents and been exiled to the sanctuary district. I was still alive. So far I'd survived. Didn't I swear to myself that I'd survive? I'd sworn to myself that the chaos wouldn't swallow me, that I would endure it. It's too early to give up. I have to live through this. Thank you, Sir Inez. I tried to stand up, but my legs were too weak, and I fell. Sir Inez caught me before I hit the ground. Eat your food and get your strength back, okay? Then you can make bigger plans. His whispers were low and calming. I felt safe. Okay, I promised, and closed my eyes. I stopped refusing food after Sir Inez admonished me for it. The hounds used this opportunity to insult me again, but now that I had changed my way of thinking, that meant nothing to me. I started eating and taking my medicine again, and it gave me back some positivity. I realized belatedly that food fills the heart as much as it does the stomach. That's why you eat when you're depressed, and it's why you're I'm sad, I'm just gonna eat my pain away, because it fills your heart. fill those empty holes in you. Food does. And then you can't fit in your pants. And then you cry, so you eat more ice cream. And you really can't fit in your pants. And then you cry, so you eat more ice cream. And then they're just, then you're on my 600-pound life. And then you're in quarantine, and you're like, well... And then you're wearing lounge pants, and your lounge pants are like, they still fit, so you think you're fine, and then someday you're going to have to go back to work and realize even your fat pants don't fit anymore, and then like, holy fucking shit. I'll stop eating. Legit struggles, Anyway. Are you ready? Uh-oh. Sir Inez. In other words, can you stand? The night before the day of my release, Sashin had come to my cell. He'd punched and kicked me, but had stopped short of killing me. Despair. He talked about hating my eyes, if I remember right. I hated more than just his eyes. I hated everything about him. I was determined not to fall into despair. I'll never do what he wants me to do. It's kind of funny that he wasn't a love interest with the way some games are like, no, I put you in a cage for your own good. No, I'm just gonna stab you. It's fine. No, it's okay. I'm a psychopath. Like, I'm just really surprised that this game wasn't like, well, let's do that, because, like, we took it to a level that people were like, wait, what, you think you're gonna put me in a fucking cage and I'm gonna love you after that? No, go fuck yourself! And then they just go, like, so we were already at that, and then we're just gonna, like, just fucking throw it way the fuck out in the middle of nowhere, and you're gonna be like, whoa, whoa, and I thought the cage was bad. You serious? Then we're like, oh, I love it! And then you just totally love the abuse, and it just becomes, like, this weird fucking abusive relationship, and you're totally into it. I'm just saying, I'm surprised they didn't do that just to really fucking piss people off. Could you imagine? Could you? I think I would have hated it less than Toma and fucking Amnesia Memory. I'm still serious, like, I'm so pissed off about that still. It's been, like, 5 fucking years, and I'm still like, fuck Toma. But if they had put a Sashin route, I would have been like, well, this is bullshit, but, like, okay, I guess. Taking so much abuse in these games from your love interest that I'm surprised they didn't make him one. That would have really angered people, I think, but I'll never do what he wants me to do. What if I can't stand? And you'll stay here until you can. I'd rather not. I see. I'll stand. Well, yeah, because as soon as you think you can stand, he's going to come in and kick your ass again so you can't stand. So it's like a never-ending cycle. You're just going to die here. I steadied myself against the wall and pushed myself up. Are you okay? Please don't touch me. I can do this. I don't need support. If I can't stand, I can't leave. All right. I have to focus on standing. One by one, I forced my limbs back under my control. Okay, this is gonna work. Sighing, I looked up at Sir Inez. I'm okay. Let's go. Sir Inez gave me a long, searching look, then shook his head. I'm sorry. Your injuries are too severe. I don't think you should leave. But, no. I want to leave. Sashin is just going to come back. If you're waiting for a full recovery, I'll be here forever. Please, let me out. Sir Inez, please. We need to treat your injuries first. Let's go to Glissade. If he says you're fit to leave, I won't stand in the way. Alright? If that's the only way you'll agree to it, alright. Okay, let's go. I wonder what Glissade is going to say about these injuries. I made a decision to hide as many of them as I could and play down the pain I was in. He gonna see them? And he's gonna be like, I've seen it all before. But hiding injuries from a doctor won't be easy. There's a possibility that he was going to send me back to my cell. I don't think he's that stupid. I think he likes you, so I followed Sir Inez, uncertain both on my feet and in my mind. Wow. The common route's really long, I just gotta say that. We haven't even hit to go down that choice for the split. Oh my, you look terrible. Blind force trauma, cuts, and this'll take a few days to heal. I'm not looking for healing. I want out. I want you to let me out. Hey, Sir Inez told me that I can leave if you give the okay. If I give the okay, it is her view that if she stays here, Sash will keep her too injured to leave. I see. Well, she's a fighter. Alright, I give the okay. Thank you. Are you sure about this? Well, it's blunt force trauma, and she's young. It'll take some time to heal, but salves and some recuperation ought to be enough. Also, in terms of mental health, some sunlight is better than keeping her in that tiny cell. But keep this in mind. This isn't a hospital. It's just the medical facilities of the Hounds headquarters. Once you leave, that's it. No more help. You can't change your mind once you step outside, alright? Yes, that's fine. These injuries are nothing compared to being held captive. Alright then. Eat well and get rest outside. Make sure you take the medicine which the Hounds distribute. Medicine? I don't want their help at all, but I judged it prudent to keep that to myself and nodded. Don't overexert yourself. All the best, Spacey. Thank you. You're being a big help, Glissade. I twitched, startled at the sound. What was that? Oh, sorry. I have someone seriously injured there recovering. Glissade gestured towards a curtain. The patient must have been on the other side. Oh god. If there's a patient here, they must be a criminal. Perhaps the Hounds put them in this state. Are you worried about him? Yes. Sad that someone got so injured. You should worry about yourself first. Yes, I agree. Well, I must tend to him now. Serena's? Okay, we'll escort her out. Bye. Okay, thanks, Glissade. I blinked hard, my eyes unaccustomed to the light. After my long confinement, just standing out in the open was a small joy. I watched Sir Inez return into the building, then walked away towards the sanctuary district, a den of criminals. This game is so good though, I'm not gonna lie. It had been a few days since the last time I'd walked down the main road. It seemed more vibrant and alive to me than before. Pretty sure I'm the one who's different. When I looked into their faces, I still saw heavy expressions and eyes gray as the ashen sky. They were weighted down by the heavy punishments of this place and the grim future ahead, and yet still they persevered, just like me. I am who I am for as long as I live. I didn't know how long my life might be, and so all I could hope to do was live with integrity for whatever length of time I had. And then you're really hoping that Rylith will take you back and not be mad at you because they were probably punished a little bit. And then it's I don't even have money to give you. This woman gave me money because I helped her, and then the fucking Hounds stole it, and now I got nothing, and I got you in trouble. I'm a bit nervous. I'd reached Rylith and Merlot's house. I hesitated. I didn't know what to say about the past few days. Do they know where I was? Actually, more importantly, are they okay? I strained to listen, but heard nothing. There was no indication anyone was inside. I began to worry. Why, did the Hounds... Hey, there you are! That voice. Whoa! Welcome back, miss! Merlot! See, Merlot, she said she'd be back. Rylith. Merlot wouldn't listen to me. He went out to look for you again. He's been at it the whole day. Sorry, I'm glad you're both okay. Of course. The day you disappeared, they ordered us to leave for a few hours. And when we came back, everyone was gone. We waited and waited, but you didn't come back. And that must have been a week ago. You never know what happens here. I told Merlot you might not be back. I knew you'd be back. I knew it. Isn't this nice, Merlot? Yep. Welcome back, miss. Yeah, it's good to be back. Had the Hounds kept their promise? It seems so unlikely, but the pair truly did appear unharmed. You're covered in scratches. You're hardy enough, but did they do something to you? Oh, a bit. But I'll be fine. I'm used to bruises like this. Are you sure? Look after yourself, okay? I'll make dinner now. Merlot, take care of the pills. The pills? Yep. I'm going to the supply station to get more. I see. I'll go with you. I'm fine. I always do this alone, and you're injured. Don't worry about that. It just hurts a little. It's no big deal. Besides, I couldn't move a lot over the last few days. I want to walk a little, alright?
Okay, let's go!
Merlot took my hand and laughed. See you later. And take care. I turned around after we'd walked a little, so thank God they didn't hurt them, because I was like, if they beat them up or rough them up or anything, like... Oh, no, they're only pissed at me, and Sasha was like, good, rough her up a little. Don't hurt anybody else. He's a noble douchebag. He's like, look, the lady and the kid didn't do shit. Rough up the bitch, bring her to me, and I'll beat the fuck out of her, because I'm down with that shit, but don't hurt anybody else. Not unless they piss me... Like, he wouldn't voluntarily hurt them, because he wants, like, do something to piss me off so I can kill you. Because otherwise it's just not fun for him, I guess. So, I mean, I guess he's got some kind of ethics for a psychopath. No. I turned around after we'd walked a little. Rylas was waving her hand and smiling. It's nice to know that someone is waiting for you. We headed towards the supply station, hand in hand. The end. Merlot led me to the supply station. There was a queue, but not a particularly long one. I'm not comfortable doing this. As we joined the line, I hoped that we'd be finished quickly. Merlot, you told me that you and the others take medicine to feel better. You mean this medicine?
Yep, everyone in the sanctuary district takes it. Otherwise, we feel really bad. I take it too. I don't want to feel really bad.
I see. Must be a pretty grave affliction. He was born here, though, so he probably doesn't need it. You know what I mean? I found it strange that there was a specific disease that only occurred in the sanctuary district. I mean, I'm wondering if it literally is just like the air difference, because you're like, I mean, it'd be like completely different. I mean, if you all of a sudden climb the top of Mount Everest, there's less air up there. You know what I mean? So, like, you're in the heights, you're used to, like, less oxygen, and then down here is too much oxygen? So I can understand, like, if it was that, but it's not that much of a difference. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, maybe. It doesn't seem like it's that much of a difference. Could also be the shitty air quality down here. You're used to precious, wonderful, beautiful air that's, like, full and fresh, and now down here you have smog and pollution and shit. But, like, I mean, I don't know. But it's still odd. But he has been born down here, so we should be used to it. It's allergy pills is what it is. We're just sick of you people sneezing. We don't have tissues. I pondered this as I watched Merlot collect his medicine. The hounds gave Merlot a bag of pills. Everything was fine, then...
You're not shorting us!
You're not shorting us, are you, boy?
Of course not! Look!
Why is he giving them food in return? The medicine isn't free?
Huh?
Huh? Who are you? Boy, you know this girl?
Yep, she lives with us.
I see. Then you have to give us enough for her as well. More.
I don't have more. Mom told me she added extra for the extra medicine.
Look at this, you idiot. This isn't enough. Whatever, I'm confiscating the medicine.
What? No, we need it.
It's fine.
Huh?
I don't need medicine. If I start feeling bad, I'll bear with it.
But I've heard that some people die from that. I don't want you to die.
Merlot, I don't know what happens without the medicine. For all I know, I may actually die, but it's okay. My body is strong. I won't die. I'll be like, we'll figure it out next time. That's all. Let's ask him to give you back your share now. Let's see. How about you swap that thing around your neck for it? You mean the pendant? I clutched the pendant, hoping to hide it from sight, but the hounds were already looking at it with obvious interest. This belongs to the Testella family. Can't give it away. Why? I told you I don't need medicine. Sure, but I want it. If you give it to me, you can have the medicine back. What do you think? It wasn't just a matter of being difficult to replace. The pendant had been made when the Testellas were elevated to court rank, handed down ever since. It's irreplaceable. But, alright, hand over the medicine first. You first. No, the medicine you confiscated comes first. Don't worry, I keep my promises. Shh. Alright, here, boy. Remember, the hounds tossed the bag of medicine carelessly at Merlot, then opened his palm at me. Whoa, this is beautiful silver. You never find this down here. This is my lucky day.
Me Miss!
Let's go, Merlot.
Okay.
We shouldn't have gone with him. We're gonna kick his ass and get it back, right?
Miss, are you sure you wanted to do that? That was really beautiful. Wasn't it important to you?
Oh, it was very important to me, but yes. I pressed Merlot's hand. It was handed down in my family for generations, but it's just an object. The pride I truly don't want to lose is inside my heart, so this is fine.
Miss,
let's go back. Rylith must be sick with anxiety.
Okay.
I'll be fine. Sense of loss will disappear. Rylith and Merlot had done much for me. I wanted to do something, even if it was only a little, to repay them. I hadn't given it up for no reason. I was sure my mother and the Testellas before her would have understood. Placed my hand over my neck, feeling the absence of something that belonged to me. Alright, well anyway, we're gonna wrap this part up here, and we will continue in the next part. So this is actually really good, even though not much is happening. Aside from story background building. But now we're here and it's kind of alright, we should hopefully get to the part where we pick whether we're gonna stay a prisoner or we're gonna do the bodyguard route, and I hope we get to that soon, because it's alright, when do we kind of make that choice and we start going down the route? We're still in the common route, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Anyway. So hopefully, maybe in the next part? I thought we would be getting that, part. We haven't even met Adage yet, which is really weird. Interesting. So wait. We know who Inez is, but... Well, we've only seen Ulrich and Elcreed, really. Oh, Adage is a blunt, cynical doctor. Oh. Interesting. So he must be... He was sent down here for some reason. Oh, but he's got, He's got some bling on him, You know what I mean? You know how they all have, he doesn't look... Okay, Elcreed's from the outside, and he's all dressed fancy and everything like that. But, Adage doesn't look like he dressed like a prisoner. He's got some, pendants and things on that look fancy. I don't know. So, we haven't met him yet. So, it's going to be interesting when we get to him. But, we'll find... I don't know. Maybe we'll meet him, or maybe we don't meet him unless we choose the prisoner route. I don't know. But, anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.